don't quite know what I was trying to do here. Whatever it was, let's continue undaunted. Where the fuck was I? Okay, oh yeah, sorry.
Chris, I'm so very sorry for what happened earlier. I shouldn't have gone too far to keep you safe. All I wanted was to save you from danger.
I know. The group blinked twice when Chris forced a small smile. That was so sweet of you. He fell silent. In a way. Yeah, in a way. How the heck can you say that was so sweet when he practically murdered crocodiles in your name? No, he didn't practically. He didn't practically murder them. He literally murdered them. He tore them to pieces. He piled them up and tore them to pieces as they whimpered in pain. How the heck can you say that was so sweet when he practically murdered crocodiles in your name? Ness thought. Oh, he said outside his mind. Practically murdered. Get the fuck out of here. Lucario shuddered.
Putting it like that sounds a little wrong, Chris, he muttered.
Yeah, no, it does, actually. Chris all of a sudden goes from fucking shell-shocked and terrified to abetting the action. That's realistic character development. Oh boy. I hope I don't think I skipped anything. I think this is, following on from the last part. Pretty much exactly. So no, this is literally just all of a sudden he's like, "You did the right thing, Lucario," basically.
But I'm glad he muttered. But I'm glad you're okay, and I'll never try to go so overboard with my power for your sake.
He looked serious.
Nothing is worth it if my trainer can't go unharmed in any way, be it physically or emotionally.
Good boy, Chris replied meekly, slowly embracing Lucario's side. The aura wielder similarly embraced him with a free arm. You're a good boy. You're a good boy, he said later that night. It doesn't actually say that, but I suspect that is the unvarnished truth of the matter. Oh man, he's really not feeling so good, Ness said. Should we go back to 3 and rest? If we don't leave this place in time, we'll be prey for more crocodiles, or prey for Lucario to slaughter. Yeah, damn right.
Hold on, Paula said as she noticed a cave to the right. I heard something coming from that cave over there. It sounds like boings? Boings. Boings. I didn't say it very well the first time because I had a cold. Sort of. The cave she was pointing at was very linear, as evidenced how they could see the other end of it from their positions. There was a particular sound echoing down the passage that they heard loud and clear, despite the fact that they were getting so close to the falls. The sound was a loud... I want you to see how this is written out. The sound was a loud... boing. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it very well, because the thing is crappy quality, but it's bold, italics, underlined, bold. Each different letters. That's pretty impressive. Oh, what kind of sound is that? Jeff wondered. Should we even continue on like this? I worry about Chris's state of mind. Wait, Lucario, use your aura to see what's over there. With the suggestion in mind, Lucario scanned the area up ahead across the cave using his aura senses. To his surprise, he found a somewhat populated village by some unique individuals. He's going to kill them all, isn't he? There is a hidden village on the other side of this passage, he said. Let's go there. Chris can rest.
Paula evaluated the possibility.
How do we know that he can rest it? He can rest there,
Lucario interrupted, his tone sounding serious. Keeping his trainer close to his side, the aura wielder and the chosen ones walked through the passage of the cave, avoiding contact with the enemies in there. The cave was particularly filled with rowdy cockroaches that swore their dislike to people stepping on them. Unsurprisingly, Lucario stepped on them all as a less lethal way to cause chaos inside the cave. What? Why? I... What? Why? I'm sorry? He just stepped on them. For no fucking reason? He stepped on them just because. He is a fucking psychopath. He literally... Did I read that right? Okay, the cave was particularly filled with rowdy cockroaches that swore their dislike to people stepping on them. Unsurprisingly, Lucario stepped on them all as a less lethal way to cause chaos inside the cave. What? What? Why did it... So they're sentient cockroaches, you know, they're capable of talking, so clearly they're intelligent beings. And he just stepped on them for no fucking reason. Okay. The children didn't complain of that, since the experience was leaked to them. What? Yet Chris never felt any different. He kept on shaking and trying to forget the bloodshed, which in turn nagged Lucario's aura senses with guilt. Okay then. Moving on. What they were not expecting that much, on the other side of the cave, was perhaps the mother of all oddities they had seen so far. Saturn Valley. The grape smell lingered in the air with less force in the open valley they reached. Walking across a small section surrounded by cliffs eventually took them to the main area. They halted their advance when a small, curious creature presented itself to them. It was barely 1.5 feet tall, with a cream-coloured head for a body without hands, with a large bump for a nose and a small strand of hair on top of its bald head. It's not bald. Okay, well, whatever. Bald otherwise. The strand of hair wearing a red bow. "What are you?" Ness asked as they stared down at the odd creature. I need to think of a new voice. "Mr. Saturn! Boing!" the creature replied jovially. It was a rare place where they got to, but all Lucario cared for now was to let Chris rest to recover his mental stability. As he wondered what to do, his aura senses failed to pick up a presence shrouded in a dark aura hiding in the high cliffs behind them. It was eyeing the two otherworldly travellers, but then it fixated its glare on Ness's back. "Taking Ness down is top priority," the figure spoke in a gruff voice that sounded remarkably close to Lucario's own voice. "Those Mr. Saturns better not screw this up for us." To be continued. Oh shit, it's the end of the chapter. Isn't that nice? Okay, so we got a little author's note here. "Enter the bad guys. Ooh, antagonists," Ness said. "A rival team for us to fight." "It doesn't look like we're supposed to be the ones to fight them," Paula said. "How can you guys find thrills in these unfortunate implications for us?" questioned Juff. "I'm starting to think we got chosen because we're too odd ourselves." "Shut up. Odd is cool," Ness defended. "I feel undermined," Lucario said, more to himself than anyone else. "You fucking egomaniac." "Me too," Chris responded. "Would you like to save your data?" "Yes." "Overwrite file?" "Yes." "Grapefruit Falls." Chris, Lucario, Ness, Paula, Juff. Author's note. Wow. Things went from humorous to super serious so fast. Yeah, it's getting dark and gritty. It's like Ruby Volume 3, you know, all of a sudden it's like fucking, you know, Little Miss what? Let me try that again. It's like My Little Pony into fucking Resident Evil. The next chapter of these rewritten chapters is going to pack a lot more content than the first version. Of course, there are still more oddities to bring up in this crazy world. It is going to have more action, and several plot-important details will be explained. I encourage everyone to review. So this next chapter is called Enter the Bad Guys. And I guess we'll have to... to get over there that next time. Yeah, okay.